As things get better in the world of video game, movie, and television adaptations, more and more projects are being announced each and every year. From projects being helmed at Netflix to even some larger scale shows like Arcane. Stay tuned to today's video to find out what movies and shows are being created from games that we know and love. First up, Castlevania Season 4. The first 3 seasons of Netflix's Castlevania were amazing and loved by the fans. It was a series that didn't need its audience to have played the games or even know what the franchise was, which is why it did super well. The voice cast was phenomenal and the story was great. The story arc over 3 seasons was well done, even if the ending was a little muddled. After the 3rd season aired, the creators teased a possible 4th season or spin-off project featuring a fan favorite character. Well, this turned out to be true, as just a few weeks ago, Netflix tweeted out the teaser for the spin-off series featuring Richter Belmont, the offspring of Trevor and Sypha. We don't know if this is their son or their descendant, but we do know that he looks just like his mother. We cannot wait for this series to release, and we hope you look forward to it as well. And now, Resident Evil projects on Netflix. After the release of Resident Evil Return to Raccoon City, another project was announced and shown off. This was a series just titled Resident Evil, featuring an alternate reality follow-up to the Resident Evil storyline we left off in Resident Evil 5. Here we see how Albert Wesker survived his encounter with Chris Redfield in Resi 5, but also the future of this new timeline. The series looks really cool and we are excited to delve into both time periods the show is set in. Netflix also announced a multitude of other Resident Evil shows and films with no names or visions just yet. We know a lot are in the works, so keep an eye out for future announcements regarding these projects. Next, The Last of Us television series. The next project we're going to talk about is none other than the highly anticipated The Last of Us adaptation for television. When this was announced a few years ago, fans went crazy as this is one of the games that should translate really well into a long-form television drama. The story is right out of a zombie series and the characters are so well written, it's just perfect for television. When the cast was announced, they went even more ballistic as it was perfect for the characters. Joel is being played by Pedro Pascal, who you should know from The Mandalorian, and then Ellie is being played by Bella Ramsey, who was in Game of Thrones. Both of these actors are phenomenal and suit their roles very well. We have yet to see any footage from this series, but the images we have seen look great. The costumes, set design, and overall tone are exactly like the games. They are just brought to life. What do you think about The Last of Us? Let us know down in the comment section below. Our penultimate project is the Minecraft movie. First announced in 2019, the Minecraft movie originally had a March 4th, 2022 release date, but the pandemic reshuffle of movie schedules has left the adaptation undated for now. There have been no recent updates beyond the release date cancellation, but as far as we know, Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist director, Peter Sollett, is still in the director's chair for the project. The original director was Sean Levy of Night at the Museum fame, but he was replaced in 2015 by Mythic Quest's Robert McElhenney. That deal also fell apart, with McElhenney explaining that Warner Brothers bosses just didn't like his plans for the plot. At one point in 2016, The Office's Steve Carell was in talks to star in the movie, but with all the changes since, don't place any bets on seeing his name on the cast list in the future. Finally, the Borderlands movie. Our final project to talk about is the highly anticipated Borderlands movie. Borderlands is a crazy franchise, and with Borderlands 2's 10th anniversary coming up this year, it only makes sense to release a film based upon the first 2 games at the same time. Borderlands is being directed by Eli Roth, who creates a lot of horror and action films, written by Chernobyl creator Greg Mazin, and also has a stellar cast: Jamie Lee Curtis, Kevin Hart, and Cate Blanchett. The film sounds amazing, but we are yet to see the costumes and the overall look of the film. Borderlands is known for its very distinct cel-shaded graphics, so if the film is going to have these is up in the air right now. We don't know much about the film despite it releasing later this year, so hopefully a trailer comes sooner rather than later. What do you think about the shows and films we discussed today? Let us know below. And now stay tuned for some more gaming and television news. Next, Borderlands 2 might just be the best single-player game ever. The 10th anniversary of Borderlands 2 is this year. Fans are still waiting for that remake to be announced, but in the meantime, they have been talking about just how great the game really is. Borderlands 2 is full of so many amazing adventures, and they all work together to make the game phenomenal. But which ones are the best and which ones make the game the best single-player game ever. Well, it's amazing in many aspects, but we are just going to discuss two right now. Though Borderlands 3 got a bad rap for its pretty poor story and character development, the rest of the series is known for its outlandish and amazing story. Borderlands 1 might be the weakest in the franchise in terms of story, but it still had a pretty interesting story that introduced us to the world of Borderlands. The main story might have been a complete mess, but the DLCs are known for their incredible story and super funny moments. Whether playing with friends or alone, this game has a pretty great story to experience. Borderlands 2 is the one everyone talks about. This story is almost perfect, and even all the side content is equally as good. Handsome Jack is easily one of the best villains in video game history, and he just does such a good job as this game's villain. He has become that well known, and everyone remembers him, even if they didn't put thousands of hours into Borderlands 2 like many have. Even the spin-off games like Tales from the Borderlands and the pre-sequel have had some pretty great story moments. Finally, Cobra Kai creators are making a Duke Nukem film. Ever since Sonic the Hedgehog came out a few years ago, more video game movies have been getting released and have been doing well at the box office. For years prior to that, these video game movies were terrible and just did poorly. From the Resident Evil films to the original Super Mario movie from the 90s, these films were just terrible. But now that things have changed, it seems like we are getting some more high quality projects coming in the next few years. Recently, it was announced that a Duke Nukem game was in the works from the creators of Cobra Kai. If you don't already know, Duke Nukem is a massive fan favorite franchise with a cult following created by Gearbox Software. Gearbox are already making another video game movie with their Borderlands film coming out in late 2022. Duke Nukem is the perfect film for live action, as its goofy nature and gory attitude are going to translate really well to screen. Legendary are producing the film with the Cobra Kai creators writing the script and directing. It's going to be an awesome thing for them to do, and we cannot wait for it to release in a few years. More video game movies also seem to be on the horizon or in the mind of many. We're getting a few TV series as well on Netflix, like another season of The Witcher, a Last of Us series, and also a Horizon Zero Dawn show as well. These projects could be incredible, and we cannot wait to see more of them. After the success of Uncharted, Tom Holland spoke about another franchise he would love to take a stab at. He grew up playing Jak and Daxter, so he said he would really want to make a film or series based around Naughty Dog's franchise. Well, the video game industry is really adapting well to television and films recently, and it's nice to see. We've had some bad projects over the years, like the Netflix film that released under the Resident Evil title, because that was super bad. Other than that, it's been pretty great, as they have been choosing the right franchises to adapt. What other games would you love to see adapted into live action films or television? Let us know down in the comment section below. And that's the end of today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed this latest video. If you did, would you please let us know down in the comment section below? It would be very helpful. Make sure to like the video, comment down below, and of course, subscribe to the channel with the notification bell rung. Thank you for watching today's video. Bye!